Wait. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy. Oh my god. I knew it. Ah! Ah!
The following presentation is part of the Beyond the Blast Doors network.
Welcome to the Bombadcast.
What is up, everyone? Can you hear me? Are we here? Are we live? I don't know. I am running the ship. I am steering tonight. Learning to walk again. I think it's time that I read the show notes and stuff. Hey guys, this is the Bombadcast. I'm in charge, so get ready for something. I'm not entirely sure what, but hey guys, we're a part of the Beyond the Blast Doors network, and if you like a little bit of what we're doing here, you're probably gonna like the other shows more because they're a little more put together. But whatever, we all have fun. If you like this, you'll love Holo Chronicles. You will love talking about Star Wars collectibles with the Josh and Andy. Beyond the Blast Doors Live, Star Wars news, and just everything with David and Scotty, Marie. Bombadcast here. You are. Bombad Thursdays. We're here. We're here, baby birds. No worries. Force Connect on Fridays with... the Jackson and the lovely Raven D. Spencer. Come on, what more could you want? But you can all find this, find all of this stuff on the Beyond the Blast Doors network, beyondtheblastdoors.com, Beyond the Blast Doors network on YouTube. You can also become a patron for about the price of, I don't know, a small cheeseburger, maybe I don't know. I think cheeseburgers have gone up. But cheeseburgers are cheaper than gas, than a gallon of gas right now, I think. So, but before I burn this down any further, I'm gonna bring in my first co-host, who is with me here. He is part of what I and Scotty have lovingly started to call the Bombad bullpen. Okay, and he is none other than the one and only member of the one and only club, Jared, the Dark Jedi. Jared, how you doing, my man?
I am great, and I'm even better.
Oh yeah,
because I am here officially to replace Scotty J-Ro. I'm here in my new official Beyond the Blast Doors uniform. I am the co-host of the Bombadcast now. Eat your heart out, Kiss
I'm
boy.
the co-host now. I'm the co-host now. Speaking of Kiss Boy,
I was granted this power by Cookie Cop himself. I am ordained by Cookie Cop. You're in my turf now.
You don't even
Bombad.
You don't even want to mess with it.
Bombad Bachman hours right here, right now, all day, every day. Night,
Hell
night.
yeah. Hell yeah. You know what I have to say to that?
Partying is cool. Dying is not.
It's not. It's not cool. Partying cool. Dying is not. You know what, Jared?
Yes.
I love that you got your uniform in. But I think we should bring in someone who is maybe not in their uniform, but they absolutely look just as... I mean, this guy has like a look. He has the look of just like Johnny Depp on a good day. Maybe Johnny Depp's not the best one to put. But you know what? The effortless good looks of someone who just rolled out of bed and just looks good all the time. Let's bring in our third co-host tonight. Oh man, Jackson the Leppy. Hey, hey, buddy.
Wait, what happened to Johnny Depp? Is he safe? Is he all right?
Is he safe?
Is he safe?
Right? I don't know.
Right?
I
Hey,
don't.
Jared. Hey, Jared.
man.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm not working with the usual equipment today, and I'm on the road right now. But I need to bombad.
You know, well, you got it.
I must bombad.
Bombading is a way of life. Being bombad is a mantra. Being bombad, it is. I don't. Are you okay? You didn't wake up in a bathtub full of ice, right? Do you have both kidneys?
Yeah, once you guys go off of me, I'll check. But Jared, I really like that kind of wrestling hype speech that you just gave.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I have been way too ingrained in the Schmodown lately, and I am trying to get drafted next season.
Nice.
Shannon Barney, I'm ready. I'm ready for corruption whenever you are.
Guys. Okay, so here we are.
Now, is that a trivia? Is that just a straight trivia contest?
Yeah. It's like
Yes.
Okay. So like WWE and movie trivia.
Yep.
Had like a really, really, really beautiful baby. That's the movie trivia Schmodown. Like
I love that. I love
the plot lines. The plot lines are WWE.
Yeah.
But the trivia is legit, and it's cool as hell. Their Star Wars division is stacked this season.
Well, if anybody would like to challenge me, I have one prediction. Jerry, can you get a close up?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me pull you up here. Hold on. Let's see which one it is. Is that
We're
one?
all cutting
No.
promos
Is this
today.
one? Is it this one?
Wait.
No.
You want
it
the
is
icon? There's like a little square
No.
in the top of
This one.
You're gonna click that one. Yeah.
That one.
My prediction:
Oh
pain.
damn.
Pain.
And scene.
And see.
Wait.
And see.
Now I wish I did Steiner math at Scotty. Now I wish I was. You see, when you're going against the Dark Jedi, you got a 22 and 2/3% chance.
Get a chalkboard here.
That's right.
Sacrifice.
That's right. Pain.
Oh, yeah.
you have
Thank you.
elected.
No, thank you.
Brave.
Thank you, Nick. Yeah. Thanks for not stepping on it. Thanks for not stepping on my line.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Hey, when do you guys want to? Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and produce the show on the show. When do you guys pull comments for me, please, if you will? If you
Oh
will.
yeah.
All right. Both of you, if you want to. I don't really care.
Okay.
But guys,
I'll keep
here
my
we
eyes in
are.
the chat.
Oh shit! What we got? Okay, and so Jared, you're steeped in the Schmodown and stuff. I mean, I want to think that I would be good at that stuff and everything, but let me, Jackson, we had to describe it to you. Let me say, who is okay? Let me just throw out a little trivia question for you guys. Who is, speaking of Johnny Depp, the Star Wars equivalent of Captain Jack Sparrow? Oh, what was that? Okay, Hondo Onaka.
Where there's a video of Jay Leno saying the words Hondo Onaka.
And we have it. Hondo Onaka. He's sitting in the Falcon. You notice that, right?
Oh man, I hope they hose that thing down afterwards.
It's, well,
I'm blown away. I'm stupefied.
Yeah.
Really?
I did not know the video of Hondo Onaka. And that's art.
and
it's beautiful.
It's sped up as well. I don't know.
It does sound a little weird.
Maybe the Falcon. I think Scotty did something with it. Maybe the Falcon is one of his many classic cars that he owns.
I got an 1866 Millennium Falcon too. Yeah,
I got a Falcon. Yeah.
Huh?
You
Yeah,
have
you
one?
used to pick
You
up
have
a
a YT300 Freighter?
Oh no, Naka. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he took
All
the
right.
Falcon from Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
Well, real
Hey,
quick.
didn't he promote those Frito-Lay chips with the Olestra that used to make people have like incontinence? Or was I just imagining that?
I don't know. Where did he go? Where did he go? Oh man. There you are. It's okay. I thought the airlock opened up, but you're not in your classic
Incontinence.
Incontinence.
Are we talking? This is. I love this Legends talk, by the way.
This is great. So we, in the show notes, we do say,
It did, but I'm impressed by the show notes.
It's nothing.
Jerry, I know, but I like it. What were the show notes that I gave you the last time we did Force Connect?
Nothing. Which is usually if it were up to me, I just wanted to look.
You're a professional, and I'm just riding your coattails to wherever you go, man.
I am learning all of this tonight, guys. All of you in the chat. I am learning this on the fly. Poop chips was definitely a Jay Leno thing. Thank you.
And now that I made all you guys shit uncontrollably, we're gonna do headlines now.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, a little bit. Maybe he can get over it. We'll see. I don't know. Like, Jay, how do you usually? What do you usually use to cure your incontinence? I don't know how that works, but okay. Scotty, what do you got to say about that?
Oh my God.
Okay. He's here in spirit. He is here in spirit. So
I want that clip.
You want that? I think this is Scotty a couple years ago on. It was during Mardi Gras. So I want to submit that.
Yeah.
I want to submit that to Perfectly Cut Screams on Twitter. Because that
needs to be a 10-hour version. It needs to be a 10-hour version on YouTube.
Can we are going to do that. Scotty, I don't know if you're watching right now, bud, but this is going to
Scotty, I'll give Jerry your consent. It's okay. We got this.
I really badly need that so that I can edit the end of Revenge of the Sith. So it's just like, don't try it.
Well, hold on. Or it seems in your anger you killed her. No,
oh yeah, definitely.
I felt it. She was alive. And then instead of no, we get. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Now we are going to talk about Legends eventually, but we got some time. I mean, this is Bombadcast.
This is what it's supposed to be.
Welcome. We've got Human Tornado here. We've got Rez. We've got Matthew. We've got Andy talking about Mick. And so guys, here we are. I can't believe it. Do we want to dive in? Do we want to dive into the topic right now? How far are we in? We're only 13 minutes. Usually me and Scotty go like 45 minutes.
Before even broaching the topic.
Before we even talk about the topic.
Get a nice work up a nice lather,
Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything like what should we do? Is there look, we can handle clearly we can handle the ship without Scotty, even though we miss him. We want him here.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt real quick? Just from
you can absolutely do it.
All remaining systems, insert the Scotty scream into various Star Wars scenes. That's Prime Bombad content.
It is.
Because it's Scotty, here's what you do.
It's going to happen.
Take, in your mind's eye, if you will, Obi-Wan Kenobi dangling from the little node, okay? Force jumps up, calls the lightsaber through Darth Maul, starts to tip back.
Yep.
Right fucking there. Right there.
I got another one, Jared.
You got another one? Okay. All right. Let's do this. I kind of like we could just do this for the rest of the time, and I would be happy.
Yes, and
they're about to announce that that Anakin and everybody is going to go home, and Anakin, instead of saying yippee, goes.
Okay. This is the shit I want to talk about now. I'm sorry. We do have a show. We will have a show. We've got to fill an hour.
Oh shit! Somebody turned my gravity off.
Oh shit! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Jackson, are you okay? I'm
Okay,
not
stabilized.
Goodbye,
even
you
sure what's going
rabbit bastard.
Stabilized. Okay.
on. At what point does this show just become a weekly run through of all the clips you have saved? This is literally me and Scotty have talked about how we want to be the morning shock jocks of Star Wars YouTubing, podcasting, whatever.
I'm just waiting to know when I will get a clip. I just want
We're
to know
talking
when
about-
I get clipped. I
We-
need to get clipped.
We need to hey, we need to have more like Bombad. We need to get like some. There's got to be some Prime Force Connect clips as well that we can get on here. We've got to just go through. There's got to be like Jared. We got to get something good on here though. And you know, is Cookie Cop behind you tonight? Oh shit!
Always
Did you hear that? I can hear.
I think
I can
Cop is
hear.
behind us all.
He is behind us all, and literally with Jared, and I can hear Reagan all the way from Brooklyn right now. So, oh my gosh. Similar. Very similar. You know what, guys? Even though he's not here, the energy of Scotty is in the
I can
room,
feel
and just in his honor, in his honor, he isn't dead. He's coming back. He's gonna be back. But just in his honor, he's getting his setup set up. In his honor, let's just go ahead and let's get a little of this right here, and then we'll salute.
This is
Wait, what?
very old, I'm sorry. This is a very old video of me that I'm about to send you. As you can tell by my younger face and not blonde/silver hair. But I think this is a prime candidate to get Bombad. Bombadified. I'm just putting that.
Shit.
I'm just sending that right to you, buddy.
This is all that we do now, guys. This literally is all that we do. But here we go. In honor of our buddy, in honor of our boy, our Bombad boyo Scotty.
Everywhere around the world, we try to tell people there are no borders, there are no prime ministers, there are no presidents. There's only one nation. That's Kiss Nation. There's only one rock and roll national anthem. Rock and roll all night, party every day.
There are no chancellors. There are no vice chancellors. There are no senators. There is only an emperor.
Hold on.
Yes,
Hold on.
a lovely tribute to the recently unemployed.
That was dead.
To be on the Blast Doors Network, Scotty J. Rowe.
The recently unemployed. Oh no. He didn't know that. He didn't know.
That's what Scott's gonna look like on the streets.
Oh,
He's
Jesus.
like, I was once Bombad. I was Bombad once.
I think he's
Dennis
gonna look like
Rodman,
this.
son of a bitch came along.
After a year, it's gonna be the.
Scotty,
Tom turned out to be a goddamn junkie.
how's it gonna make you feel, Scotty, when I meet Rick McCallum? How's it gonna make you feel? This is my revenge for the first time I was on Bombadcast.
I love that everyone. This is what we were talking about. Scotty said something where it's like a cult, like that tweet going around about like what feels like a cult. But the fucking Bombadcast audience is in for this shit. But sorry, Jared, what were you saying, man? What were you saying again, man? Say it again. Say it again.
I was just continuing to talk shit. I was just continuing.
Let's talk shit.
I was just continuing to cut a promo against Scotty for no reason.
We are going to eventually
Close up though.
get a close up. Oh, hold on. Oh shit!
Not of me.
Hold up. I just
Sorry.
learned how to do this.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, listen. This is Bombad Bachman hours, you son of a bitch.
Go
I
off.
run this show now. I run this show. I have the power of Cookie Cop behind me. I am the heir apparent to Rick McCallum. I run this shit.
Ooh.
Boss Nass ain't got shit on me.
Wow.
Sup? You can bring everybody back in at any moment now, Jerry.
Jerry went to the bathroom.
God damn it.
I actually ran to grab my other beer. I was listening, and I was like, shit.
Jerry's
Yes.
like, please,
Welcome to the
please,
cult.
just talk a little bit longer.
Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Look at this. Scotty was Bombad before he was banished for being clumsy.
Oh man, guys are brutal.
Oh my
out there.
gosh, I want to see the
Thank you,
training
Reagan.
remake with Jared and Cookie Cop. Hell
Yeah.
yeah, bring it on.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
so good with this bitch Cookie Cop.
Hey, Jared, I didn't know you get wet. Sherman Helmsley, TNT, Angel Dust.
Oh, I get down with the
my
sorry.
God.
I'm trying to find
Straighten
a
up and fly right. Pete's here. Pete's watching. Straighten up, everybody.
Oh shit. Okay. Hey Pete, what's up, bud? We're
I'm
doing good.
so
We're just hanging out
upset.
here.
Just talking Star Wars.
I'm gonna be heartbroken if Pete missed Boss Nass ain't got shit on me. I'm gonna be heartbroken if he didn't actually get to see that.
Pete,
We'll pull it up.
We'll have to pull it
up. Yeah.
We'll pull it. We will pull it.
Hello, fellow kids.
I love it. Pete is the living representation
Yeah,
of
he
that
really is.
of that who is that?
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi gif. Hello, fellow kids. Oh man,
that's brilliant.
I love that.
Okay, he
Love
did.
you.
He did.
Love you,
Good.
buddy. Pete, all you've missed so far is literally.
You know what? You don't have to watch the rewind, Pete. That's exactly what happened just now.
That is literally
That's
we just
30 minutes.
the last 30 minutes have been us talking about where we would input that sound effect in Star Wars films.
And the answer is everywhere.
It fits
The answer
everywhere.
is yes.
It fits everywhere.
The answer is yes.
It's as if I heard a million voices cry out in terror and were suddenly silenced. So, guys.
Hey, make sure you like and subscribe. I mean, if you're still around, right?
Yeah. Honestly.
Give us a like,
Very.
subscribe, guys. Yes, if you're enjoying this absolute madness. I see we are fluctuating at a steady 8 to 0 of viewers continuously. So I'm just kidding. It's going from 7 to 8. So thank you guys for showing up. Guys, thanks for coming. We are going to talk a little bit about Legends. I want to say, okay, I guess I'm technically, which this is madness, I'm technically the captain of the ship tonight.
Yeah, it's fucked up, Jerry, but it's true.
Yeah, for now, till I come for your job too.
Oh my God.
I mean, honestly,
he is insatiable.
Jackson's mic has me.
Bombad coup.
What the hell? Jackson's mic has me conceded that just off camera, there's someone with jumper cables and a car battery going to town on his beans. What? And as soon as I turn it on, it's the one that keeps giving. It is the one that keeps on giving. And you know what? We're gonna do one more here. Let's do one more.
You can't hear me that well. See. It's not a good setup. It's my old pre.
He's on this. He's on the road. This is the road
road
setup. He is our man in the field. Okay.
Undisclosed location.
He's our man.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, see, there you go, Rick. You know what I'm talking
Rick
about.
is cool with it. Rick is
You know what I'm
cool.
talking about, yeah.
Why can't you guys be cool? All right.
Why can't you guys be cool? Nick? Why don't you be like Nick McCallum?
Oh.
Wait. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy.
All right. I'm done. I'm sorry. So that video is, I don't know why it's my favorite, but it is. You all know.
I have a mic, Pete. It's just at home. I'm on the road. Anyways, yeah, go for it. You're the captain.
He's our man in the
Jerry.
field. Would you guys
Jerry.
leave our man in the field alone? Okay. I'm trying to get my show notes pulled up so I can be the professional that you all said I was.
It's okay. I never requested access to the show notes until 30 minutes ago. So
Nice.
Did I give it to you?
You know, because I waited so long to ask. Because I'm also bad at this job.
So we have here. Okay. So we brought. Okay, here's the show notes. By the way, I think this is what you were talking about, Jackson. You were impressed with the show notes because I said bring in Jared and Jackson when he's done with his espionage. In parentheses, this is for what we're talking. Okay, start with idle yet entertaining chit chat, and in parentheses banter. Is that the professional show notes you were talking about?
Yes, and I believe that you can cross that one off now, right? Because I think we've done a good job of that.
I think we have had.
Solid job.
Chat. Let us know. And again, if one of you guys don't mind pulling some comments and stuff here, let them hey guys, has this been entertaining?
Yes, moving on. Notes. I saw them. I would have believed it if I hadn't seen them myself.
Yes, I
They're
did do
amazing.
show notes.
They're amazing.
They're amazing. They're short. They are from a template, and here we go.
It's longer than a menu, but Yeah, no, just good session.
Well, no, it's good. See, okay, so for every Bombadcast, I want you all to know, I do little to no research for whatever we're talking about. Usually I know what we're talking about, but I'm going to be honest. I wasn't super versed in the expanded universe of like the books and comics back in when I was a kid, right? Like I watched the movies all the time. You know, I ate up any on-screen content, and I played video games and stuff like that. Masters of the Terrace Kasi was one of my first. Loved that reference in Solo.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
But besides that, I mean, I know, and it's what's funny is I told Scotty what we were talking about, and we are the same. He goes, all I really know from Legends is Thrawn and
Jackson.
Well, I mean, we know Jackson, but Jackson is canon now. So is Thrawn. And the Darth Plagueis novelization. That was me and Scotty's knowledge.
Yeah.
So I want you guys are going to have to school me a little bit tonight. But first, the first question I have here, because again, serious professionals here tonight. What do we remember about the announcement of the Legends rebrand? You guys remember? Like, was that all the announcement of Lucas selling to, like, Bob Iger Disney, right? Like, it was. It all came at the same time,
what year
right?
was that, Jerry? What year was that?
12.
No. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, no. It was like 2013, right?
Okay. Yeah, no.
It was 2012 or 2013 because it was like not long after the buyout.
Yeah.
I think it was 2012 because I think we were all like, the world's ending anyway. And so, because I remember like a year before that, actually, Gallenorian Saber, Seth Parnell in the chat here, his older brother, Josh, who is a fantastic human being as well, said at our college lunch table, he says, I don't think that Lucas is ever going to like let anyone have it until he is dead in the ground, which is very morbid. Don't let that color your perspective of his other I guess Seth's other brother besides Michael. But so that's the thing. So, but then like a couple years later, he's like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna sell these guys because I kind of like Mickey Mouse. So,
so such a good impression.
Thank you.
I can't do that. No, you're good, man. You're good.
I really, I don't know. It just comes out of nowhere.
Locked out. Even I can't get past the security.
I love how sad he is in that. Even I can't get past the security.
Right. It's a much better impression than mine.
That was George on the day, I believe. I want to get Scotty. This is something I've talked about. We're off the path again, but I am the captain. Something that I want. Me and Scotty have talked about. I don't know if we're going to do this. You guys will have to tell us if you would be hyped about this. I want us to cosplay as I will be George and he will be Rick.
Yes.
At Celebration, but I also I don't know if we're gonna do like a Bombadcast panel or a BTBD panel or just like a cookie cop, cookie cop, cocky coop, cookie cop,
cocky cock,
cock. I just said straight.
What? Oh God, Cam's watching. Button up.
I don't know. Good night. Button it up. So I don't know if we're gonna do, or if we're gonna do like a cookie cop, expanded universe.
Can I be Iger?
Hell yeah! But I just said I want to do like
an Avengers. Hello.
Hold on. I'm back. We might have lost. I think Cookie Top got upset that I called him cocky.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can hear you now.
Yes. I'm back.
Good.
Hey guys, hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yes, it is absolute chaos tonight. Don't know what happened with Jared there. Hopefully he will be back. So
Jerry managed to mute himself.
I don't know even how I did that. I think Cookie Cop is really
Well, Nick, it's a natural thing. It's
yes.
it's healthy. It's healthy. Sometimes when you do it, it's healthy. You don't want to do it too much.
I think I might have actually. I've got a mute button on my mic now, so I might it's just a touch. So I might have brushed the mic.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Touch, just a
Yeah,
touch.
yeah. All right.
Somehow sound is returned. So so before we got distracted, the topic that we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
What do we remember about that announcement? How I was going to look it up, but then I realized I wasn't going to look anything up because I don't do that. Yeah. Because life. But I don't know. Do you remember anything about that specific announcement?
Yeah,
I remember there being a lot of anger.
Well,
at least from the fandom.
Not from me. I mean, so here's the thing, right? And I'll go through not a very long story. Maybe it is a little bit too long, but I remember watching A New Hope in the theaters when it first came out. I'm a little bit older than some people here, but that's okay. Everybody came in at a different level or a different time, and that's great. I read the comics. I was a big comics guy because that's the only Star Wars that we had between the films.
Okay.
For the most part, for a while, and I never had any notion that what I was reading was actually a continuation of the arcs in the movies. Absolutely none. I never thought Jackson was going to be he'll show up in Empire Strikes Back. Maybe they'll have him running around in Cloud City. Right. I never thought that. Like Don Juan Quixote,
yeah.
All those characters. No, I never. And the stories were. It was a sandbox for some very good creatives in Marvel.
Yeah.
And actually, and frankly, a very successful run of comics. Marvel would, according to Stan Lee, Marvel would have probably tanked in the late 70s if it wasn't for the boost in sales that the Star Wars adaptation and the continuing series brought in. So yeah, no, and that's kind of ebbed and flowed. With comic sales, it goes back and forth. But I never had any. I had a nostalgic feeling towards the comics and the stories, but that was it.
Right.
If they told me when I read the Thrawn trilogy, the original one, and I thought it was good. But it wasn't. It never held the same place that the films did for me. So when I heard that all the books were being kind of, brought to what they call legends, it didn't bother me in the slightest because first of all, they're still printing them. You could still, for the most part, you could still buy them, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like you're erasing the stories. If you like the stories, then that's great. Enjoy the stories. Does it have to connect to each and every one thing that goes on? No, and I think we're starting to have this kind of realization. I think as a fandom, maybe these conversations continue to happen with things like the whole Kanan situation and Bad Batch in the first episode. It's like, okay, we got to just take a breath and relax and enjoy the stories, enjoy the friggin' stories. So long story short, long story long. I was like, that's great. We're gonna get to have more Star Wars. It's not gonna erase the existing stuff. We're gonna get to have more. And I've got other things like a fucking mortgage to deal with. I
think it helps if you have some of that adult worries and cares in life.
You're making me feel old, Jerry. Thanks a lot.
No, I mean I was the same way. I had just become an adult whenever that happened, but my bar mitzvah was at that time. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so Mike Harris here. As a huge Legends fan, that announcement was probably the best possible outcome. They were never going to chain themselves down. And like, this is kind of just what you were saying, you know, I mean, even now, I mean, look at it now. With people, you know, again, justifiably, like, I don't know if Connor's here in the chat or whatever, but I know Connor is like our Depa Balaba scholar.
Yes.
Like in on Twitter, and just like, I think for wherever you go, it's just he is the scholar.
Yes,
he's the balabologist.
Balabologist.
Balabologist. I kind of really love that. That sounds like something that would be on Arrested Development, like blah blah blah.
We're processing your adult card right now.
Yeah,
we'll let you know if we have any further questions. Bubenheim. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, what's going on here?
Oh, she said her.
Oh, waiting for the. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we've got some questions. We're checking your references right now. We'll get back.
Yeah.
Minor procedural issues. No
can you send one more? Like, do you have another copy of your grandma's birth certificate?
Yeah, we may have lost it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's Jerry. That's my take on the announcement.
Okay.
And you know, it's colored by my experience of having very little Star Wars for such a long time, you know,
right?
And actually, you know, another component that kind of got me excited about the acquisition was I didn't really focus so much on the Legends part, but on the Clone Wars extension, you know, and the possibility of them doing more with those characters. That was when did season 6 when did that come out? Was it 12?
I want to say 13
of the Clone Wars.
Yeah. So that was right around the acquisition. That was
right.
Last
well,
season.
that was after, right?
Yeah.
Because that was like the first thing.
It had already been. Yeah.
They were like right in the middle, and they were like, "Oh yeah, no, it's cutting off," and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna release what we have," and then people were still like, "Ah, just continue it, and like, of course, they have. I mean, they finished it. They've made us cry multiple times.
And that was my son's first. Like, so my oldest is 15 now, and you know, we still watch Bad Batch every week together, usually. But that was his first. Like, you know, he loved the films, and whatnot. But that was his Star Wars. Clone Wars was his Star Wars. He watched.
Right.
He's watched that 4 or 5 times through. And so he was excited about that. So I kind of fed off his excitement. And you know, I'll let Jared take the point after this, but the one thing that really excited me about the acquisition, and again, I know we're supposed to be talking about Legends, but this is kind of ancillary, is the reboot of the comics. The reboot of the comics, the fact that Star Wars was back with Marvel, that really got me into it, and that's kind of that brought me back into like kind of the fandom, or you know, whatever it is, full scale, because I started collecting comics. Yeah, I started collecting comics again, and really enjoyed the stories. I you know, and this is one of those situations where canon actually was you know, the ability to connect those stories. I think they did it very well. At least in those first the first 4 or 5 or 6 titles that they came out with. And I'm not sure what the level of coordination. I don't know if it was like the High Republic level of coordination, but you know, Vader. You know,
it seems to be the most they've had is with the High Republic. Honestly, the most synergy.
Yeah, but maybe that's
between titles.
They I don't know if they had a similar like summit, and it would be a nice question to ask some of the people that were there. But you know, but certainly they had some of the same writers working on the same titles, like so Charles Soule.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, Charles Soule brought you know, Lord Momin, you know, the helmet from, you know, Lando into Darth Vader, and then you know, so there's like a lot of there are a lot of people that were paying attention to the long game on some of the stories, which I like. But again, you know, it's not something that you have to chain yourself to. So I was generally like excited and pleased, and just thought that it was a good development. Again, nobody erased anything. You can still buy all your favorite titles, and it doesn't minimize the feelings that they gave you. I think that's what we have to remember. Is like, if something comes out that's new, it is not erasing your memories or your feelings or your emotions or the nostalgia that you feel or the connections that you've had. Like, some people associate those trips to the movies or reading books with a parent or a friend. Yeah. And like I get that completely. It's a human emotion, but we have to remember and step back and say, this is everybody's sandbox now. And that's a good thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So.
Okay. I like that. Yeah. Fantastic.
I'm sorry. I am drunk with power right now, and I love these drops. So, but no, I do agree. That is an agreeing with you right there. That is fantastic.
Thank you,
I love
Rick.
that.
And through you, Jerry.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Jared, same question, man. What do you remember about that acquisition and what were your feelings around that time? Again, because I was kind of just like, oh yeah, more Star Wars,
I was in the 8th grade when that all came down. Sorry, Jackson. It's funny because every time, because I bring this up every time I get to be on other people's shows, because I am so me and all of the Nerd Academy crew are so very much the young bucks around these parts.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, let's say 34. I'm not going to make you guys give yours, but I know you guys are
I'm 23.
Very professional stuff. I love you. I think Scotty is you. Scotty is he would be in between and stuff. Jackson, you don't worry about it, man. Just focus on whoever is going to jumpstart your balls.
As long as Pete's still on the chat, I'm okay. He knows.
I don't know that he is. We actually have jumped up to 11 viewers, which makes me happy. I thought people oh man, I guess I'm not the draw anymore. I feel like a geriatric millennial now. I once had a preacher tell me, "Oh, we'll put you in the millennial category. Are you technically?" I'm like, "Thanks for throwing us all under the bus in front of everybody, buddy. Thank you." But anyway, go ahead, Jared. Go ahead.
No, so I was in. I'm gonna keep doing it as age markers. I was in kindergarten when Revenge of the Sith came out, and had that whole Star Wars is over now.
Right.
So I grew up with the prequels, yes, and had the prequels as my Star Wars, but I was a part of the second dark time.
Right.
I was
after the prequels.
And granted, it was only 3 years until we had a movie and then TV shows. So my dark time was kind of a dim 30 minutes. But
you poor thing.
Yeah.
If I can real quick on the dark time, because I lived through I graduated high school when Revenge of the Sith came out. Okay. It was 2005. That was the year. Don't worry, Jackson. It'll get better. But I worked at a movie theater immediately after. And so then we're getting into and then Marvel had started. That was the new thing. Not that I didn't love Star Wars, but I know what you mean. That dark time where we talked about Star Wars and mainly it was people ragging on the prequels and shit. And then it didn't seem like anything else was coming. Right. And then Clone Wars started 2008 and all of that. So, but I go back to you, sir. Back to you. I apologize.
But no, so I had Clone Wars and I love Clone Wars, but for the most part, my Star Wars childhood was based around the complete encyclopedia that I had, and it was this big, thick ass black book with Vader on the cover.
Yeah,
and it was it was ostensibly a Star Wars history book, and I just read it cover to cover multiple times, and ended up with this absurd knowledge of the galactic timeline at the ripe age of 7, reading stories that, were out of my age range then. Stuff like Tales of the Jedi and some of the new Jedi Order stuff with Luke post Return of the Jedi. So I was a Legends kid, and the news of the Lucasfilm buyout came, and then with it came the decanonization, which again, if you have a canon that has canon tiers, let's not pearl clutch too much over what actually was decanonized. When you need levels to be like, okay, this is more canon than this. It's like the Thor Ragnarok game.
You could write a dissertation on those levels. It's like Dante's Inferno, like literally just levels of hell. It really is.
That's precisely what it is. And so I was of two minds with it. Part of me was profoundly disappointed. There was a lot of like background lore that I was more disappointed about. And that was the thing, was that even as a kid, I was more disappointed about lore than stories.
Right.
And then that was a difficult part for me. I very much kind of took this like centrist route where I said, well, just decanonize the post-Jedi stuff and keep everything pre-Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
It's so far behind the movies taking place. Just leave it, just leave all that stuff there. And, now that we're getting more stuff from that time period with the High Republic and everything, they're making use of that time period. And I was slow to attach myself to the new canon, not because of any like Phantom Menace nonsense or anything like that, just because there was a part of me that was like a little pearl clutchy. That was like a little, I was a little like, no, like this is what happened to Vader days after Revenge of the Sith. This is the there were just specific things that I was like a little slower to get to. But no, I think that Disney did the right thing. And as somebody who also is very much into comics, just like, Marvel, DC type stuff, the thing that I always try to explain to people when talking about the canon reset is that if you look at Marvel and you look at DC, the two closest other fandoms that come to Star Wars, not by a long shot, because Star Wars is always going to be my number one, but how many times from just the genesis of them being a shared universe up to 2012, like put everybody on the same playing field, have Marvel and DC had to reset their timelines and reset their canons, right? Like we're looking at 2011, 2012. DC had just done it again with the New 52.
Yeah.
And there was like there was like the Marvel Now happening around the same time. We're like, okay, like now Dr. Octopus is Spider-Man because we got to reset everything and have fun with it. Like Star Wars somehow went 40 years without needing a canon reset. And we got it, and Disney's used it to its fullest. Yeah, there have been discrepancies here and there, but for the most part, it hasn't been stuff that is like so wildly different. Right. That you need to like find a way to like somehow bullshit two different stories coexisting. This isn't Legends.
Don't tell anyone about. Don't tell any of the people who are upset about that first episode of Bad Batch, though. That's all I gotta say.
Well, I mean, and again, like
I'm sorry, I'm with you though.
I was, and I have mixed opinions about about the Bad Batch stuff.
But then again, not saying that anyone out there you shouldn't be upset, or it shouldn't rub you that we're nerds. Little things are gonna rub us the wrong way for sure.
Yeah, have your dorky opinions. Just don't harass anybody online about them.
There is the key.
Rule.
Therein lies the key.
It's in space. It's for children. Don't be a dickhead. But I like it on the whole. And again, like we don't have issues like we did in Legends where, we can't keep track of whether or not Eth Koth is alive or dead. Oh, bye, Jackson.
Bye, Jackson. Love you.
Hopefully he returns. There he is. Oh, there he goes. And there he is.
That was me accidentally hitting it twice.
That's right.
Then I had to double click.
But no, yeah, I was, a little apprehensive at first, but I think they made the right call, and I'm loving the new canon.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
One thing I was,
and I mean that was the time. Go ahead. What were you say, buddy? What happened? Are you okay?
Oh yeah. No, my laptop just ran out of battery, so it's the perfect storm.
It's okay.
We're
here for you.
What Jared had mentioned about Marvel and DC kind of resetting is absolutely 100% true, and they did that, and they've done that several times. The one thing that I always loved as a kid, because Marvel comics, Star Wars comics got me into comics, but I read all the Marvel titles. I was a big Marvel guy.
Right.
One thing I'd always love is that if something happened in the comics, they would write a note like, this happened. Well, this happened in issue 129 of the Avengers, and it was one of those things where if you owned that issue, you kind of almost felt like you were the keeper of that secret knowledge. You knew exactly what happened. It's like, oh yeah,
right.
That. If you didn't know, which is totally fine, you had the ability to go and chase that information out because you had that note.
Yeah.
But what was most important was that within the scope of whatever universe they had before they rebooted it, Marvel would, they would do their best, I think, to maintain some kind of continuity,
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
pretty much.
Respect Emma.
Yes. Oh, there you go. Respect Emma.
Respect Emma. Anyway, so I am okay with.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Nick's got me now. Nick.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, he is current, guys. We didn't just write this all around him. Me and Jared are not just fantastic actors. That's not what this is.
Does anybody know Morse code?
Shit. Jerry.
Yes.
Line.
Oh shit! He does the Morse code thing. You're supposed to say something about how you had a walkie-talkie when you were a kid who had like the code on it or some shit. I don't know. We're off. We're off the marker now. See, he's continuing without us. Oh shit! The illusion is lost.
Wait a minute.
Captain Tom turned out to be a goddamn junkie.
I'm trying to find some verification that I am actually. Oh, no. Never mind. Keep on going.
Oh, we almost had it.
Locked out. Even I can't get past the security.
Oh shit!
Oh, sorry. Nobody wants to see that.
Jackson, blink if you're in danger.
I've been blinking the last 5 minutes.
I love Seth is always on target. He's always like, we're talking about Legends. Here's the thing. Meanwhile, the rest of us. Is that Bill? Is that Bill Sheehy on there? Is that Star Wars Bill?
Hey guys, I'm doing great. Don't worry about me.
Oh, this is fantastic. Ewan McGregor from the set of Kenobi. Everyone, yes, I believe that might have is that a maquette head? I don't know. Anyway,
I think that was when Hayden had to pick him up.
Oh, right. Nice. It's like his dummy,
right? Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. You're right.
So carrying me as a giant dummy on your back.
Right.
One thing I will say about kind of that time
in my pocket, or am I happy to see you?
So, as someone who wasn't like I watched Clone Wars, right? And I wasn't as as steeped in the books and everything before then. It was a little bit of a time for me to go, holy shit, I can start now and like be caught up on things. It was kind of like an entry point into I can absolutely be immersed now and everything, because it is a little daunting when you get into it, you know. I mean, not that I love learning everything I can about Star Wars, but again, it is just
it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a stack, and also then you get into the whole, like Jared was talking about, you know, the Dante's Inferno levels and stuff, and so it was just kind of a nice reboot. It was a nice entry point and stuff. Not that I was a new fan, but I just wasn't as into the books and stuff when I was younger. I think a lot of that had to do with I was an ADHD child, right? And they didn't treat us very smart in the 90s. I kind of just like, you know, take your meds and go away, kid. There you go. Just shush. The real geniuses are learning. Anyway, I digress. So let's get into maybe like, do you guys have a favorite canon or Legends story and stuff? I think Jackson, I think that you do, and I think that you sent many. And I don't know if do you want to go through the picks and stuff?
Yeah,
they're a little out of order. You're welcome to just kind of.
I don't have access to the board.
You don't.
But
well, I'll pull up this.
So that is.
Bye, Jared.
Sorry, Jared. We breathe. Continue.
Here, hold on. We're gonna just pull you up. Oh well, you know what? Oh, well, we're just going to do this. I don't know what happened. Who's there? Jared? Oh. There he is.
All right. So
we're all fine here. How are you?
So this is issue 38 of the original Star Wars run. It was written by Archie Goodwin, and it was illustrated by Michael Golden, and actually and colored by Michael Golden. And it's one of my favorite comics. The art, like, it's very trippy. I don't know if you could tell by the cover.
Right.
It's very similar inside that. And by the way, I love how everybody in Star Wars never changes their clothes, because they're all wearing the same outfit that they wore. I don't know, like Luke's still wearing his Tatooine gear because
it's like they have four outfits, right? It's like a cartoon character. Jackson, are you okay? Okay, there we go.
Don't worry, I'm okay. And then
I'm gonna pull up. Pull up this one.
Oh, so they basically.
Do you want me to? Okay, we'll stay on this if you want to.
Yeah. No, you go to that one. That was good. That was good, actually.
So okay. I love that face, by the way, of Luke on there.
Oh, isn't it great?
It's a little Matthew McConaughey.
And I know it was a different time, but I swear they took advantage of every opportunity to show Princess Leia's ass. And no, but look.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next frame.
Oh, right. Hold on. Let me find the right one. I gotta find the right ass frame. Hold on. There.
I mean, come on. There's
Hey Alexa, play Body by Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm glad that my Alexa is literally right here. I'm glad you're in my headphones, because that literally could have happened just now. It would have been amazing.
I read this when it came out. It was 1980, so I was about 6 years old. I don't know if it had any bearing on my interests, but it certainly, it was a fun read. Let's just say that.
6-year-old Jackson's like already aware. Is like, I don't feel like this is anatomically how women actually look in the real world, but Leia's got a space dump truck. Leia's out here built like a Pixar mom before Pixar was founded.
Over there,
Alderaan lives, and it's on Luke, that ass.
That's no moon. Yes, it is.
Cam, you bastard! I was going there next.
Son of a bitch.
Did Pixar do this?
So so the art I love the
They
art.
might have.
I love the art, and the story is emblematic of, I think, the best of legends and comics at the time.
Right.
You've got Luke and Leia running away from the Empire, carrying supplies. Their ship gets damaged, falls out of hyperspace. They're in a void. There's no stars around, and all of a sudden they see something in the distance that speeds up close to them, and it ends up being
A UFO.
a giant ship that is essentially alive.
Ooh. Okay. Which frame you may go to? Well, hold on. Frame number 4. There we go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And first of all, the ship fucking laughs at them. He ha ha ha.
Terrifying.
It's kind of creepy, and it's creepy because you get those little wiggly lines around the text box there.
Yes.
And then the ship envelops them, basically swallows them, and so they find themselves in the middle of this organic, mechanical ship that they can breathe on and they can communicate with, and challenges them in certain ways, like. All of a sudden, this robot shows up. I think I guess it could be a droid, but I'm calling it a robot.
Right.
And challenges Luke to a lightsaber duel. That's where they got the image from the cover.
Really?
Yeah, basically
That's the cover.
replicated a lightsaber
Huh.
by observing what Luke was carrying. It's
Right.
It's one of those things where like this is it's like it's very much a I don't know. It just reminds me of a lot of the sci-fi from the late 70s, early 80s, which
Well,
it's
that sounds very like it sounds very 80s sci-fi. It sounds very it sounds very just paranormally like, like a living ship, like something that can't be comprehended that mimics. Absolutely.
Right. And the story goes on. I think you find out the history of this ship. And ultimately, the ship ends up. The Imperials end up attacking it because they realize that the rebels are on the ship. I don't think they understand the true nature of the ship. Obviously,
right.
They get destroyed. The ship lets them go. Oh, I love this. I want this to be on my tombstone. Your galaxy is too real, my friends.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
It
So
reminds me of another.
The ship expels it through its, space anus, I guess.
Spanus.
Never to be seen again. And
wow.
Again, this is like in my 6-year-old mind, I had no misgivings. This was not. It was not part of like the Star Wars films, but it was good. It was a good story. It was fun. It was well illustrated. I did like Princess Leia's illustrations as a little child.
We missed this one right here. This is a good. Well, and that's the other side. But
yes, it is the other side, Jerry.
But here's before we bring Jared back in, let's just have one more of that. That right there is Lucasfilm's ass. Yeah, there we go. I was trying to make a Captain America thing. Hi, Jared.
Well played.
That was absolute perfection. Honestly,
absolute perfection.
Art. I'm sure that Mike here is talking about that fantastic. That right there is the Nerd Academy's ass. Yeah. That's what that was.
So Jerry, that comic was one of my favorites as a child.
I love that, man.
My older brother and I shared that comic, like most of our comics. We shared.
I just love this panel. I'm sorry. That's just kind of a cool. It's a cool concept and stuff, and
Yeah, it's well done. And so we shared our comics, and when we went our separate ways as adults, some of us, I think that may have gotten lost in the shuffle.
Man.
But my brother, for Christmas one year, gave me a present. I opened it up. It was probably like I would say a 9 out of 10 quality copy of that comic. First print.
Wow.
Signed by the author.
That's incredible.
I'm sorry, signed by Michael Golden, the illustrator, and that the dedication was, yes, you can have this one, but the original belonged to, my brother. So it was kind of a joke. So actually, the next year I bought him one and got it signed as well. So
that's so cool, man.
Yeah,
that's absolutely
so
incredible.
That's adorable.
You guys are that is. Oh, thanks. Yeah, okay, Michael, and now we're not going to go off on the Jedi Prince series because we are want to have you on to talk about that because you are the Michael is the like Glove of Darth Vader Jedi Prince series scholar, I believe. You got like Trioculus, Triclops, Jedi Prince Ken. Do you guys know much about that one? The Glove of Darth Vader. I listened to a podcast. It wasn't yours, Michael. I'm sorry, but it was before we had met and before I started doing this. I listened to a podcast about the Glove of Darth Vader. Trioculus. I believe Trioculus is Palpatine's son. And he has like a bumpy face and he has an eye in the middle of his forehead. Trioculus. And he had the glove. Someone had the Glove of Darth Vader, which no one knew. The glove. I think that was it. The glove is where the power came from.
Because you have 3 eyes.
Yes, the glove is what gave him the power to choke people. The Glove of Darth Vader.
Say it, Jared. Say it.
Episode 9 could always have been worse.
Or
The Rise of Trioculus.
Or better.
Just somehow Trioculus return.
Somehow Trioculus return. Anyway, more on that. More on that soon.
All of those Trioculus lovers, I respect you.
We respect you, and I mean, I don't know. Like, can you imagine the reaction in the crowd, though? Somehow Trioculus has returned.
No, I can't.
Right there. Anyway, Jared, what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite story, sir?
Favorite story? Oh man, we're gonna get into basic bitch territory here.
There you go. Hold on, real quick. Michael says the glove was indestructible. The glove of Darth Vader was indestructible, and it was prophesized that the new emperor would wear it because those leather gloves just were that good. They were they were Gucci, I think.
No, favorite story. Basic bitch hours. The Darth Plagueis novel. I think would probably have to be my answer. One of my favorite elements of Legends and of the prequel era is learning to at least some degree what the hell Palpatine's plan was.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm really close to being done with Queen's Peril. I've got
that one in my. I've got that one in my queue. I haven't listened to it yet.
But one of the best parts of Queen's Peril is every so often it will like kind of pitch to Palpatine's point of view and how he's pulling the strings on the whole Trade Federation situation. And I love the Plagueis novel for that. I love the fact that it is it's a political thriller couched in like a Sith story.
It's
and
the only one that I've actually. That's my again. I said that's my knowledge right there. That is my favorite. Is the Plagueis novel as well? Like it's absolutely amazing.
And like every other, thank you, Michael. Every other goddamn Star Wars book, it is much better as an audiobook.
Yes,
it is just an objectively better experience to listen to them. And yeah, no, I love the story. I love getting to see a young Palpatine. I love but I love getting to experience because it's the meme, the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Right.
But getting to experience him as this like hyper utilitarian, not quite, he's not like a vicious dark lord of the Sith the way his apprentice is.
Right.
He's brutal. He's a monster, but he doesn't he isn't cruel for the sake of cruelty.
Right.
He isn't like he doesn't do what he does because part of the fun is the suffering.
Oh man.
It's
Right.
all a part of the grand plan. You know, he is the arbiter of the grand plan. And I just love that story so much. You know, there's a lot of runner-ups, and I won't jump into them super hard because they have to do with my favorite characters, and I think we're talking characters as well.
Yes.
So
Here in
I'm
a
going to
second.
say because like my character like story that is like slightly independent of its characters. Like I like the story. Like some of my favorite Legends stories are the ones that already have the established characters in them.
Right.
Like Plagueis, the Revenge of the Sith novel. The what the hell was it called? It was like The Life and Times of Obi-Wan Kenobi or something to that effect was also remarkably good. Where it's just Obi-Wan's journal. Like it's all from like the first person point of view. And like every so often it cuts to Luke reading it. Which that was another favorite of mine. That is where I got that's where I got exposed to one of my not first exposed to one of my favorite characters, but one of my favorite moments for that character. Yeah, it's just the political intrigue of the Fall of the Republic is a favorite of mine. So definitely that Plagueis is absolutely up there. I also love The Force Unleashed because again, there's like a you know, as much as I like to make fun of The Force Unleashed from time to time, there's a level of again that like intrigue there with what's going on behind the scenes with Vader's, you know, what we think is Vader's attempted coup against Palpatine.
Right.
And, you know, I think Galen Merrick, when looked at not as a Force god, but instead as a crafty victim of brainwashing.
Right.
Again, this is, you know, subscribe to the $5 tier of this Nerd Academy podcast Patreon. Because for our Versus series, our next episode, we're going to be using Galen Merrick. And one of my big sticking points with him as a combatant is that he is not all powerful. He is remarkably crafty. I don't think Galen Merrick is a Force god. I don't think he's overpowered. He's just clever with how he uses the Force.
That's very much like a, you know, I mean, Anakin was very powerful and stuff, but that's kind of like was his thing too, is he was just very crafty. Stuff like that.
And yeah, there's some of that with Anakin. I think Anakin's more in like the raw power lane. And it's not even that Galen Merrick is that skilled. He's just, you know, he's the type of guy who's like using a knife as a bottle opener type thing, where it's like, I'm like, this power is not meant to be used in this way.
Right.
But like where most people just shoot lightning at somebody, my instinct is to just cast the lightning onto my lightsaber blade.
Right.
For a little extra hoopla, you know? So, but that's getting into character stuff with Merrick. But yeah, I think The Force Unleashed, the Darth Plagueis novel. Yeah. Well, without going into like my favorite characters, which are also indicative of the stories.
Well, and I mean, I have to say, because I played both of the Force Unleashed games, and I mean, those were fantastic. Like, at the time, it was incredible, you know. And then, you know, we get to this point, and it is like you look back and you go, okay, pulling down an entire Star Destroyer. First of all, the most frustrating thing I've ever had to do in a video game was that level. I can't tell you how many times I had to try with that stupid Star Destroyer, which I mean, I guess makes it a little more believable, but at the same time, no, just no.
He didn't. Okay.
Oh, I still have flashbacks. I'm sorry.
I'm getting on my Galen Merrick soapbox right now.
Oh, get on your Galen Merrick soapbox. But I'm just still thinking about all the button combinations you had to. Sorry.
Pull down a Star Destroyer out of the sky. He aimed a Star Destroyer that was already flying at him and plummeting from the skies, and he still didn't pull it off. It still crashed in front of him. Like the whole point is that he's supposed to try to make it nosedive straight down so that it doesn't slide into the Imperial the TIE factory.
The thing that he's on. Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to make it go like straight down perpendicular to himself, but he can't do it, so he just pulls it into himself. Like he helped it get to him, but he did not pull it out of the sky like Coda says.
He's failure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fails. He doesn't he didn't do it.
Like our old friend. Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, you know him?
I think you're. Is that muted? All the videos?
Are they muted? I can hear it. Can you guys hear it? You guys in the chat, can you hear?
I heard it. I heard it that time.
You did?
I heard it.
Yeah.
He's very quiet. He's a very quiet man.
Mm-hmm.
Galen Merrick is a level 6 warlock who insists on burning down every village before anyone can loot it. There we go. We have that.
It sounds like she's speaking from experience. Some deep pain.
Okay, so let's move on to favorite characters then. Okay.
All right.
Now, Jared, do you want to start off, or do you want to cool off a bit?
I'll go first. I'd love to. Yeah.
Okay.
So I have like 3 favorite characters. Going to run the gamut on. Numero uno. That is one for your English language speaking listeners. You know what? You pull up one of them, and then I'll go into them.
Okay.
I'm giving you all the power right now.
Numero uno. Like, do you want numero uno, or do you want me to just? Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'll pull it up. You tell me where they rank. Okay. Here we go.
I mean, there's no ranking. Okay, so we're talking Exar Kun first. Y'all, not y'all, because you guys are the cool fans.
Right.
There is so much capital put into Darth Revan. And I get it. Revan is cool as hell. Knights of the Old Republic, almost the Knights of the Old Republic. Knights of the Old Republic it's a phenomenal story. But y'all need to start saying the name Exar Kun and putting some goddamn respect on it. Okay, he is.
Hold up. I got. Oh! I meant to do this. Go off, King.
I'll see myself out. But no, Exar Kun is the first of what we would define as a Sith Lord. Like, before him, most of the Sith were basically dark wizard, dark Jedi. Like, they were just wizards who used the dark side. They were not lords of the Sith, these like warriors who the dark side was a part of who they are. And it was just magic and alchemy that was achieved through the dark side before Exar Kun. Exar Kun comes along, trained by the preeminent battle master of his era, Bodo-Siask Bas, who was such a bamf. He didn't use a lightsaber. He used a force-imbued cane. He used a quarterstaff that could resist the blows of a lightsaber because he reinforced it with the force. He comes along, trained by Bodo-Siask Bas.
Sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
And again, like you guys were saying earlier, weird Star Wars is best Star Wars.
Hell yeah.
Bodo-Siask Bas is a red octopus elephant man who uses a stick instead of a lightsaber. Love it. Trained by Bas, it goes on this like massive power trip, falls to the dark side, becomes a preeminent Sith Lord, starts double-crossing the Sith spirits who helped give him his power, obtains an ancient talisman that boosted his own dark side abilities and gave him the ability to just shoot energy blasts out of the gauntlet, or out of the talisman rather, that he like chained onto his gauntlet. He used one of, if not the first ever saber staffs, and he had a very interesting design feature in the saber staff. Several, one of which being that it was a standard sized lightsaber. It wasn't like this giant honking thing like Darth Maul's. It was the size of a standard lightsaber hilt, but it still had 2 blades, because he based his whole entire fighting style around shock and awe tactics. So like he would let the fight begin. He would engage in like a very gemso heavy. I would describe it as kind of like take Anakin circa Revenge of the Sith, take it down like a notch and a half, maybe. That kind of offensive, very power-based, quick on his feet. And then out of nowhere, boom, kicks on this second blade. That he had complete control over the power settings for each individual blade. He could turn down how like lethal the lethality and how hot the blade burned on one sides of it. Complete control over his weapon, and was one of, if not the best fighter of the era. Exar Kun was never truly defeated in one-on-one combat. Ever.
Wow.
Okay. He had a perfect record. Killed Vodasiask Boss during, I think it was like the first Battle of Coruscant.
Right.
And again, he like bound his dark spirit to the temple we see the rebels using as a base in A New Hope. Thousands and thousands and thousands of years before the events of A New Hope, where he would eventually be, his spirit would then be purged by Luke Skywalker's Jedi Order down the road. But he was never actually truly defeated. He just kind of like, a certain German dictatored himself, only instead he chose to haunt the bunker. Okay. So that's Exar Kun. Start talking about Exar Kun the way y'all talk about Darth Revan.
Whoa! Stop! Yeah. Let's bring him on. Yeah, let's bring Exar Kun on. I don't know, like that. You apparently you've sold. Was it okay? So for one thing, Michael, I don't know if you saw this, that I could listen to Jared talk about Sith lore all day. You should just do like, you're very good at just like monologue, just like, let me describe to you the awesomeness of this thing. That should be your new podcast, is Jared gets you into shit or something. Jared gets you into stuff.
Just me and my
but look at
sales
this.
pitch.
You sold Cam. Cam says you're selling me, and he is asking for the hookup. So, I mean, come on, man. We've got some Nomi Sunrider.
Yes,
so what I mean when I say
Nomi
Jared is the most intelligent person on the internet. There you go. So that is some high effing praise right there. That is fantastic.
That is very kind of you. And yes, Nomi Sunrider and Eula Keldroma, like they all tie into that story. Odan like there's a bunch of amazing characters who all fill out that story in that era. But I personally love Exar Kun because I think that as someone who my bread and butter for Star Wars has always been lightsaber combat and the Jedi and the Sith and that sort of thing, at least for Legends.
Right.
I'm a little bit more attached to that kind of thing for Legends. I love it in canon, obviously, but like Legends lightsaber nonsense.
Jackson's getting ready for bed.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jackson. Sorry, Jackson. I pulled back at just the right time, buddy. Sorry. He's just getting comfy. You are front and center too. There you go. There you go.
But Exar Kun, like he's this unique warrior with a unique story. I love a Jedi turned Sith type archetype. Exar Kun slept on criminally.
There you go. All right. Well, here. And now again, we're going probably out of your order. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go ahead and
There's no real order for them. Okay, Cade Skywalker.
Whew, let's hear about Cade. Otherwise known as I'm trying to think of something here. Like he looks like he is like if a Skywalker was a member of like Aerosmith or something, honestly.
I dig it.
I think that's what he is.
Okay, so Cade Skywalker
here we go.
Is one of the descendants of Luke Skywalker, huh? Don't you know? What gave it away? So way in to the tenure of Luke's Jedi Order. Now, there's a whole lot of crazy shit that happens throughout the galaxy that get us here. Different empires, different wars, a whole lot of shit that gets us here. But suffice it to say, the Sith have returned, and we're going to talk about how the Sith came back very soon. Don't you worry. He's my last favorite EU character. Definitely save the best for last on that one. Oh, boy. Anyway, Cade is the son of Cole Skywalker. The one Sith order invade Ossus and lay waste. Yo, girls with sabers, what's
Hello!
up?
What's up, girls?
Hey! What's good?
Thank you for joining us.
That just made my day. I love them. But no, so Ossus is laid siege by the one Sith, and they're getting overwhelmed. And you see, like, if Obi-Wan Kenobi is Ahsoka's uncle, in a way,
yeah,
like in like the Padawan master relationship, there, Wolf Sazin is Cade's uncle. So Wolf Sazin, Cole Skywalker, Kakruk, the guy with like the furry guy with like the big ass teeth in the Clone Wars micro series, who we think gets killed by Grievous. He didn't die. He's actually several hundred years old and is still alive at the time of Star Wars Legacy during the siege of Ossus. Crazy shit, I know. So it's like
awesome.
they're laying waste to Ossus. Cade watches Cole get killed. Cade, is able to get away from the temple, very Kanan Jarrus-esque. But instead of going the route of Kanan and still wanting to make a difference, Cade forgets his life as a Jedi, becomes a hard drug using alcoholic bounty hunter.
Best kind.
And just is doing his own thing.
Kanan does that for a bit. I mean, not a bounty hunter, but like he definitely gets into the booze.
I mean, no, I'm just like Cade is not on the right side of the space tracks.
Right.
Like
he goes down a dark path, man. When he had some trauma.
They straight up talk about the fact that he has a death stick addiction. Like it's like he's like, oh, he's gone. He's gone. Eventually,
now you're selling me on this. Now you're selling me. I'm like, okay, hold on.
He returns
Breaking
to the Jedi,
Bad in Star Wars.
After trying to be seduced to the dark side by our next character, who I'm not going to say his name quite yet, because oh boy, one of the best stories in all of
reveals.
Star Wars. Chef's kiss for the next one. Comes back, is able to help win the day against the one Sith Order. Is this beautiful story of him like running away from his legacy. The story's called Star Wars Legacy. He's running away from it, but eventually embraces his role as a Skywalker. Be quiet. And, comes back to help save the day and do what he needs to do after like almost falling to the dark side several times. Luke's Force Ghost comes to visit him very frequently to kind of just, I think I'm going to drop my first F-bomb of the night. Just kind of come through every so often and go, hey,
my parents are watching, so.
Cade, what the fuck are you doing? Would you like to fucking stop, sir? Yes, he is the 5-finger death punch of Skywalkers. Yes.
Hell yeah.
And it's just such an interesting story. You
don't have like a ton of stories right now. I mean, it sounds like a very grown up story because it's someone
a very grown up story. Yeah.
Someone who deals with, it's like someone who has a big trauma and falls into addiction, falls into a bad lifestyle, right? Like a style, not, you know what I mean? Like kind of like falls to the wrong side there for a bit and stuff. I don't know. Maybe we need to get back to some of that. Maybe not so. I don't know. There's got to be a way to do it. Like maybe in the comics or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and again, it doesn't have to go as like far into the into the darkest recess as it can, like Star Wars Legacy did. But Cade's a fascinating character. And again, like Star Wars Legacy is a story that is full of fascinating characters, really cool characters. It falls victim to one of my least favorite things in the history of Star Wars fandom, which is TNA over everything else. Darth Talon is cool, and I wish some of y'all nasties didn't only like her because she is scantily clad. And again, phenomenal character, but I can't say I like Darth Talon without it being weird. It's worse than that. If you don't know who Darth Talon is,
you don't have to be scantily clad. Is it okay? Yeah, you just like
I know, but it's like in the same way.
No.
Like,
I'm with you.
Like this is part of that era where we couldn't help but draw any Twi'lek or any woman in anything for that matter, but specifically Twi'leks end up just like
everything. Yeah, that's why I love Hera in her just like
it's a jump
flight suit. It's a flight suit. It's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Like not everybody, and again, no shame in it. Not talking down on it.
Like, I mean, in the 90s, with Slave Leia, that was like our template, right? Like a lot of these like
stuff like that
authors.
And I talk about this on
50 Shades of Sith or something.
Yeah, and I talk about this on Nerd Academy, where like when it's a man drawing a woman,
very much so.
When it's a man drawing a woman in that situation, it feels weird. And yeah, exactly. Thank you. Like the biggest takeaway, it wasn't that they never talked about how she's like this, like fanatically. There's like the one Sith order is like, think the Sith, but like 1,000 times cultier.
Right.
Like at this point, it's a straight up cult built around the next character. And Talon was an exceptionally dedicated member of this cult. Like her loyalty in next character never faded, never wavered. Like she was ride or die for the one Sith in a horrifying way. And it's Star Wars, so gonna steal some Mandoisms. There's more to her than just being dressed like you're looking at her only flans. Okay, like there's a lot more going on.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'll stop. Only flans. I'm just like, let's make only like a company who sells flan. Please call yourselves Only Flans. I'm sorry,
but yeah,
continue.
No,
please continue.
She's just part of this great cast of characters that just get overshadowed by. She's the Bellatrix Lestrange of the One Sith Order.
Ooh,
and
I like
next
this.
character is the Voldemort.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a phenomenal way of putting it.
Would you like to move on to next said character?
I would love to very much.
Let's move on. Here we go.
Darth
Crate. Oh!
AKA Asherad Het. Asherad Het is one of the most fascinating Star Wars characters of all time. In my like Legends and canon top 10, probably clocking in at like 5. Asherad Het was the son of Sherad Het, a Tusken Raider Jedi Knight, whom eventually left the Order to go back to Tatooine to help his tribe. Shit goes left. A massive war between this Tusken tribe and the Hutt cartel starts, where in Legends Aurra Sing, whom I don't like to do the Disney canon ruin this character, ruin that character, because this is mostly Clone Wars' fault and they had the time to fit this in and then they didn't. In Legends, Aurra Sing is an ex-Jedi and is a notorious Jedi hunter.
Holy cow.
She, on the payroll of Gardula the Hutt, whacks Sherad Het. And with Sherad bleeding out, dying, Coyote-Mundi's there because Coyote-Mundi and Sherad were close. I want to say Kai trained Sherad Het. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Coyote-Mundi trained Sherad. Sherad Het is dying in Coyote-Mundi in Asherad's arms, and Sherad hands Asherad his lightsaber and tells him, says to Coyote-Mundi, I want you to take my son with you. He has nothing left here. I don't want him being raised in this tribe without me to keep the tribe under control. He's like, I don't trust them without me. If I'm gone, you need to take him with you and train him as a Jedi. and he hands his lightsaber to his son and says, "You take this, and you need to make me a promise right now that this lightsaber will never be used in the name of vengeance." And Coyote-Mundi takes Asherad with him to the Jedi Temple, starts training him as his own Padawan. At one point, Asherad comes very close to, in the name of vengeance, in his anger, almost killing Aurra Singh, but he's then talked down by Coyote-Mundi's mentor, Anya Kuro, aka the Dark Woman, who has this very Anya Kuro's the reason why the Gray Jedi doesn't work. Because there's no such thing as riding the lightning between the dark side and the light side, because the dark side's going to fuck you up eventually. And she's proof of that. I use the dark for the light, and there's no denying the fact she's a dark Jedi who just happens to be a good guy. And you're lucky that she is. It took Vader to put her out. But eventually Coyote-Mundi goes, I don't think I'm capable of training him. I'm not good enough at this to help him control all of this. He gets passed off to being trained by Anya Kuro. Eventually he's knighted. They're in the throes of the Clone Wars. There's an amazing story where Asherad, whom as a Jedi is still wearing the Tusken Raider garb. He still has the mask, the bandages on the arms, the gloves. He wears a Jedi tunic, but he still has the Tusken mask and the trappings on his arms and his legs. And there's an amazing, it's like using meth to study for fun. Oh, the dark side. Yes, that's very well put. There's a phenomenal story where Asherad ends up stranded on a planet with Anakin. And Anakin doesn't trust him for obvious reasons. And there's this beautiful moment where Asherad takes off his mask and he's like, I'm a human like you, man. And he finds out about what Anakin did to the Tuskens. And again, it's this phenomenal character moment where Asherad looks at him and Anakin's like, I'm assuming you're going to hand me over to the Jedi Council because I whacked an entire village of your people. And Asherad looks him in the eyes and says, no, that's some shit you're just going to have to live with. And when you're man enough to admit that you did it, come talk to me.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's metal as fuck. Eventually, he's granted the rank of master. Order 66 comes down. He's one of the Jedi who escape. He becomes a bounty hunter for a minute. Gets abducted by the Yuuzhan Vong while they're still doing recon before their big invasion some 20, 30 years later. And he gets operated on. This is part of the reason why he's so long-lived. Oh my God, I skipped over a massive chunk here. He goes back to Tatooine before he becomes a bounty hunter. This is what I was referring to with the Obi-Wan book earlier.
Right.
He goes back to Tatooine, takes control over his tribe again, and starts they're just attacking settlements and moisture farms left and right. Obi-Wan gets wind of this and realizes that, just geographically speaking, the next thing on their hit list is going to be the Lars homestead. They're going to get there eventually. So Obi-Wan confronts Asherad in the desert in front of his tribe and is like, you're a good man. You are a good Jedi. What the fuck are you doing? And tries to talk him down. Asherad's not having it. Obi-Wan and Asherad get into this huge lightsaber duel that ends in Obi-Wan taking off Asherad's right arm. And Asherad's like, just kill me. You win. You dishonored me. My tribe has to do what you tell them to do now. And Obi-Wan goes, no, I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to continue the cycle of violence. Because Asherad can no longer be the Tusken chieftain because he no longer can wield a Gadurfi. Because you need two hands to wear a gaffy stick.
Right.
And Obi-Wan did what he did intentionally. And that whole tribe goes off, does their own thing, and doesn't bother these the Tatooinians, I guess, anymore.
Tatooinies.
the Tatooinis. And at this point, Asherad gets a cybernetic prosthetic, but that's not going to cut it with the Tuskens. Goes off because a bounty hunter gets captured by the Yuuzhan Vong, and they start experimenting on him, and basically make it between a mix of his connection to the Force going just bonkers, and them kind of like putting him on ice and waking him back up, and putting him on ice and waking him back up.
Like Star Wars Winter Soldier, essentially.
Just insofar as the fact that they just keep him going for a long time. Eventually he breaks out, and he's like, I have all this power. I gotta kill those bastards, Vader and Palpatine, for everything they did to me and the Jedi. I'm coming for him. And like, it's just after the Battle of Endor, and they're both dead.
Awkward.
And he has nothing left to live for. So he just flies and flies and flies into nothingness. I'm wrong. I have this reversed. When he's flying and just trying to get away from everything is when he's captured by the Vong. Before that, he took a job as a bounty hunter and accidentally ended up on Korriban, and then became super entrenched in dark side teachings, and then wanted to go after Vader and Palpatine, then got caught by the Vong. Which bring us up to, he at this point escapes from the Yuuzhan Vong, has an organic replacement for his arm, and has Yorick coral, the weird coral shit that the Vong like use, that like living organic coral, injected inside of him, and is basically stuck inside of this massive suit of armor that's just part of his skin for a while. All of the operations and experimentations that the Vong do to him leave him kind of slowly dying, and he needs to find a way to avoid death. Cade Skywalker is the only known practitioner of this esoteric form of force healing. He's trying to get Cade to do it on him so that he can live. And eventually, Darth Krayt's second in command, Darth Rylock, betrays him and seemingly kills him. Krayt comes back, and like I was saying, Darth Talon, who never lost faith in his return, also help him come back. Krayt uses essential oils.
Sorry, I meant to click on this one, but then we got it.
That is magnificent. But yeah, so Krayt comes back, takes his empire back, and it just all ends in this titanic battle where like we get to the point where Krayt's unkillable. Like he just has this healing factor where like you can put a lightsaber through his chest, he's going to get back up eventually. And he's not even truly defeated either. He kind of has that same record that Exar Kun has. Cade Skywalker only kills Darth Krayt because he ambushes him. He gets the drop on him. He doesn't actually beat him in single combat. So Cade, and this is where you kind of get like the final bow on this story. Cade, who's like, okay, I did my part. I'm ready to join the Force as well. So he's flying his ship towards the sun with the intention of just like making the jump to light speed into the sun. Is one last time visited by Luke, who's like, you have so much to live for now. Like, come home. And I guess we got a dark Skywalker who lives this one time.
It's okay, buddy.
Put you there, buddy. And then Cade just jettisons.
Bob away a little, Ben. Bob away,
yeah.
buddy.
Bob away the pain. And then Cade jettisons Krayt's body into the sun so that it's he stays dead. And Darth Nihil, Krayt's, I guess, third in command once Darth Talon takes that spot. The Pretender is here.
Scotty, help.
Scotty, this you poor you. Is that
So
What is
my,
that?
my content creator angel is taking over my precious show.
Excellent choice of words, Scott.
Scotty just came in here and just completely like
Yeah.
Somehow.
somebody in the comments
Somehow.
explain to Scotty that I have his job now.
Scotty has returned somehow.
Not for long.
Hold on.
But yeah. Kate has his happily ever after, and Darth Crate's finally defeated. And yeah, those three characters, they're incredibly underrated. And a lot of people talk about Revan, a lot of people talk about Darth Malgus. But there's just so many who just get goddamn right, I'm your daddy. Say it again. Yeah, and I think it's honorable mentions. Like I love Kyle Katarn. He's another one of my favorites. Sindraleg is like one of those weird deep cuts that he's technically still canon, but not quite as canon. Sora Bulk, Malgus is another one that I do love. But yeah,
right.
those are my favorite Legends characters.
Is incredible. Okay, let's pull it back out here. Okay, Jackson. Who's your favorite Legends character?
I'm so sorry. You handed me the reins and I ran like wild. I apologize.
In the interest of time, Jack.
No, Jared, don't feel bad because you had people were eating it up. We jumped up while you were talking about that shit. So
I'm glad people enjoyed it.
Cam had to leave to go to his local Barnes and Noble, I believe.
Cam was heading to the bookstore before it closed.
Right.
Yeah, Jackson though. Yeah.
Wait.
What?
Say what?
Jackson.
No. Sorry, Scotty. Scotty said.
I love that.
My mic isn't on.
Your mic is.
Oh, he's just messing with you.
Oh, I gotta say that. Anyway, continue.
Everybody
sir.
in
Who's
the
your
chat,
favorite,
tell
who's
us
your
if you
favorite
can hear
character?
Jerry.
I like Jackson. Tap your mic. I also actually the non-comic character I dig the most is
Tongue in the teeth,
Kyle
in the
Katarn.
lips. Kyle Katarn.
Yeah. He was somebody's idea of a Jedi crossed with Han Solo. The playability. You were able to kind of inhabit him. Boopenheim, it's me. I am Jackson. It's me. Anyways, I don't know that game. That's the first Star Wars game. Those games that I actually got back into. I didn't really play Force Unleashed. Yeah, that's all I got, man.
You're good, Scotty. I fucking
good. I feel like I just lived like 1,000 generations just listening to Jared.
I'm so sorry. I completely hijacked the show. I'm
dude.
so sorry.
He's not. He meant that good. I think. No, Scotty.
Hey now.
That is the creative director ass right there.
Yeah,
Jared, you were fucking incredible. Jackson, you were fucking. Look, I don't have. You know who my favorite Legends character is?
No.
It is none other than Mr. Space Alex Jones, which I don't have any Alex Jones clips. We were going to have one tonight. We're gonna have one tonight, and it didn't happen.
Hi, Ben. Hi, George. How's it going?
It's going all right.
George Lucas walking into the world between worlds, like.
Yes, exactly. I love that.
Man.
He does it. Okay, so I think we were going to talk a little bit about weirdos and stuff, but honestly, I didn't do any research. The only thing that I could really think of, we can give our top weird, what is the weirdest character you remember from Legends? Okay, mine would be the Crying Mountain from what Mount Morn or something, the Morning Mountain or whatever from that are the giant beavers from Ewoks. You know the giant space beavers. Jackson, don't smile like that. I'm not talking about those kind of beavers. Come on, man.
Okay, because I'm not good at understanding the assignment and just changing it completely. Instead of weird characters, weird story. And I'm gonna make this quick.
Okay.
I've talked about this before, and I'm never gonna stop saying it. Star Wars Labyrinth of Evil by James Luceno is accidentally the funniest Star Wars book of all time. Because the entire premise of it is that business on Cato de Moidia that doesn't count. Is how it starts.
Yeah.
And Newt Gunray is in a mad dash to get the hell out of Dodge before he's captured by Obi-Wan and Anakin. And in the process, he leaves behind his holo projector chair that is used exclusively to communicate with Darth Sidious. Sidious, Dooku, and Grievous are all in like a conference call where they're like, "Hey,
I love
get out of Cato Nemoidia, okay?" And Gunray's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. But now that you mention it, my phone to talk to you and only you is 100% in Republic hands right now." And he's right, because meanwhile on Coruscant, they're like, I'm in on the chair and trace the signal that is being sent to Gunray to the basement of 500 Republica. At which point, Mace Windu and the rest of the Jedi Council go, "That's kind of sus." Sure, there's nothing wrong there. Now, while they are going, "I'm in," what we don't realize is Sidious goes, "Okay, cool. I'm going to hang up the phone on Gunray now before I commit more war crimes." And then immediately has a private conversation with Dooku where he is freaking out. He's like, "It's done. It's done. We lost. Everything's about to fall apart. We've worked so hard for 3 years to keep my cover from getting blown."
Is
and
this
all
not
about the
a
fall apart
robot
at the
chicken
seams.
sketch? This sounds like a robot chicken
It
sketch.
should be. At which point, Palpatine's like, "I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm about to get it far away from my mic.
I'm gonna have to take over my dad's hot dog business."
He's like, "I don't know what I'm going to do."
There's always money in the banana stand.
And then this is Palpatine's solution. This is Palpatine's solution. This is like, "I don't know what I'm going to do. Dooku, kidnap me right now. Come to Coruscant. Take my ass off the planet. Come get me. Kidnap me. Get me the fuck out of here." That's his solution. The Battle of Coruscant only happens because Palpatine doesn't know what the fuck to do because he's busted. It all falls apart at the seams. His only course of action is to look Tyrannus in the eyes and go, "Come fucking kidnap me." And Dooku's like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "We're getting our asses kicked in the Outer Rim. We don't have the kind of resources to come steal you from Coruscant. You can't even invade Coruscant. How the fuck does one occupy Coruscant?" He's like, "I don't give a shit. Send everything. Send what you can. Send that punk bitch Grievous. I need him. Grievous needs to come take me." Like, that's his only.
Do we need to do like
action.
a read, like a table read of this
Of my version of Labyrinth of Evil? Can we please?
Will you write that out?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, literally, Labyrinth of Evil is like Sith It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, right? Like. It should be titled Star Wars: The Gang Kidnaps the Chancellor. It's so funny. Like, it's so unintentionally hilarious.
Captain Tom turned out to be a goddamn junkie.
Gotta go steal this sheave, bitch. Let's go. There's Charlie, like, with like 2 Dutch sticks up his nose, like flirting with Mazamita or some shit.
I really want this now. I really, really, really want this.
Labyrinth of Evil it's a phenomenal book. It's an excellent book. It's written by James Luceno, who's one of the greatest Star Wars writers of all time. It's a phenomenal book, but it is unintentionally hysterical.
We're going to have to do something now because we've said it. Hold on. What we got here? Pardon you. It would be a table scream. Oh. Jackson has some nice mascara on. I'm not really sure what's going on anymore in the chat. Jackson, did you give a weirdo? Do you give a weirdo?
I don't give a weirdo about you guys or anything.
I don't give a weirdo about nothing.
I don't give a weirdo. No, well.
Can you talk about what you want to talk about while I am just
This is fucking awesome.
I love Rick McCallum just cursing in front of children.
Yes, this is awesome. Yeah. Did you guys get the fake lightsabers? I got them at Dollar General. All right.
My favorite is the kid. My favorite is the kid that just goes, ah! Like
This is fucking awesome.
like the kid just says, Hail Hydra!
Jackson went dark. I think Jackson has went to bedtime. It is lights out there. Whoa! Okay, you were sideways there for a second. Sorry, buddy. Did you have your weirdo? We're just holding on this. We were just going to hold on this. Jackson, can you hear us? And he's gone. I hope he's okay.
Me too.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like this is yet another episode of Bombadcast that I kind of hijacked, and I apologize.
Go Tigers! 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 Go Tigers!
This is the longest effing video in the world. Scotty, what the hell? Anyway, guys, Jared, you did not hijack anything, my friend. You are excellent. Seriously. You know what? We're gonna give you one of these.
Partying is cool. Dying is not.
Still don't know what that is, honestly. But Jackson, are you with us?
Yeah.
Can you hear us? Okay.
Somewhat.
Did you have a weirdo, or are you just you cool? You cool?
I have weird. I no, I'm good.
Good?
I mean, I think Jackson's kind of a kind of overlaps, you know.
He is a little bit of both, but like I don't know. Honestly, you are changing my opinion on Jackson. We'll have to do another episode. We'll have to just do like a full-on Jackson episode, and not like on you. I'm talking about the actual character Jackson.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And stuff, because I went on a journey with that character, and it's all because of you.
Fantastic. It was fantastic.
Natalie is fantastic.
It's going to be fantastic. I mean, it's going to be...
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And it's awesome. I'm enjoying it. Absolutely awesome.
I'm so happy. George is so happy. It's just fantastic.
Ah! Guys, thank you for coming in here and filling in for tonight. It's been very nice. I'm sure that also thanks you. I don't know. What do we got in the chat here? You guys got anything? I love how passionate Jared is, only to be accompanied by 2 children. This man is telling you he took your job, and you okay? All right.
Yeah, wait, no, go full screen and show the nameplates, because I want Scott to see my name.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it out. Let me pull this bad boy off of here. Oh my gosh, it's so far up there. I do that. I say that stuff unintentionally all the time. There we go. Oh, hold on. Let's get him up. Oh. There you go. There it is. Oh, shit. Look at that.
Go back to the beginning of the show to see me cut promos against Scotty for some reason.
We have promos, Scott. We have promos. See, okay. Once again, I don't know exactly all at once button. I think I missed something. Jerry, please push every button. It's about to happen. Listen, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Oops, hey, Jackson. Sorry, I'm pulling us all back. Hey, what's up? Oh, holy shit. That's Totes McGoats right there. Recycle, kids, or he will come to your house and look in all your windows. Guys, we did it. I think we're still flying half a ship. Hey, another happy landing. I think we actually landed this thing. Don't you?
Good job, Jerry. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you all. Well,
way to cap
that's I'm just like whatever, That's our buddy Eric right there. We got a good little. I call him Flannel Graph Jesus.
I love it.
Anyway, guys, family out there, Bombay.
Bow, 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 bow. We want to do a little number for you now.
And that number is, guys, like the stream. Thanks for stopping by. We love you. Jared, take his Twitter page. Raylo Kiss, please. Raylo Kiss. We will end on Raylo Kiss. And you know what? Jared, you've said it before, right? You have. You're like the Steve Martin of the Bombadcast.
Yes.
Jared, Jackson. I'm sorry. You ever notice Jerry, Jared, Jackson. We're all sounds. Jackson, do you want to I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Oh, you must have just checked Twitter.
I did.
We will have to find out. Guys, go check Twitter after this. Jackson, will you please tell the wonderful,
I love you, Scott,
wonderful people what they should do?
Oh, please. Stay Bombad.
Stay what?
Stay Bombad.
All right, man. Stay Bombad. Peace.
Next time, Boopenheim. Next time.